Hello, Dr. James Bogesh, expert in health and longevity, and really interesting study, really commentary on a topic that is relatively new and not something that most people would think about. Even though the more we've been learning about bacteria and our microbiome, the more we realize we don't know anything about the human body and how it functions. But we have known for, 20 years or more that antibiotics increase the risk of breast cancer. Um, it's not well known, but we've known in the research it started showing up, and it's a pretty consistent signal over 20 years. We know that it not only increases the risk of breast cancer, but also severity and risk of death. So, not a good thing. When we hand out prescriptions of antibiotics like candy without any thought of ramification of what the long-term effects are going to be. And nothing will disrupt your microbiome like antibiotics will, which circles back around to this study. Like, we thought maybe we didn't really have any answers 20 years ago as to why antibiotics increase the risk of breast cancer. But then even as early as 10 years ago, we started realizing that there's a microbiome in breast tissue, not just on the skin, that can be transferred like with nursing, but actually in the tissues. Crazy when you start thinking about it, but antibiotics could disrupt the flora that we have in there and start to set you up for a path that increases your risk of breast cancer. There are a lot of unanswered questions when it comes to this reality. I wouldn't say concept, because it's what it is. But, and I don't know that we'll ever get to the point where we can say, oh, well, this bacteria creates this scenario, this one suppresses the immune system and allows a tumor to grow. I don't know that we'll ever get to that level of specificity because the answer is far too complex. But the real take-home message is we need to do everything we can to restore or maintain our healthy microbiome. That means avoiding antibiotics unless it's life-threatening, because taking antibiotics can be life-threatening, and a lifestyle that supports the growth of a healthy microbiome regardless of where it is. In that, again, sound like a broken record, but those things that we know that lower the risk of breast cancer, maybe they're doing so by increasing a healthy microbiome. We don't really know, but we do know that those behaviors do help support a healthy microbiome and also lower the risk of breast cancer. So just something to consider Consider again another concern with antibiotic use, not this concept of antibiotic resistant, which is it's a huge issue, but it's the smaller issue because that affects society, and we need to look at how antibiotics affect the individual, and they absolutely disrupt the individual's health and microbiome. There's no other way to say it, no other way to look at it. As always, I'll post a link to this particular study in the description. Make sure you like this video, share it with somebody you think needs the information, and subscribe to the channel.